Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Mama Belle from Mama Belle's Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a mind, body, soul reading for Capricorn. Excuse me. The messages in this reading are for any part of your chart in this sign with special emphasis on sun, moon, and rising. Before we get started, I wanted to say that this is a general reading and not meant as advice of any professional sort, including but not limited to medical or legal advice. Most importantly, I would like to say thank you for clicking here. If any of this reading resonates, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now on to the reading. Capricorn, thank you so much for all the likes, shares, views, subscribes from the last video. I was so shocked and I am so grateful. Also, in case you couldn't tell, I am under the weather a little bit. I've been fighting this off for a while now, and I feel like I'm towards the end of whatever this is, but it is not quite gone. So thank you so much for listening and being patient with me while I try to get back to feeling my best. So we're starting with the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. We're going to get a card for the mind. Oh, there it is, but where are you? For the mind, you have the Five of Swords. For the body, whoa, that's like 50 cards. That's not quite how many it was, but it was a lot. Okay, for the body, we have a card that will come out eventually. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know for the month of December? We have the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles for the soul. The Three of Pentacles was for the body. What is the overall message for Capricorn? And I am doing this reading so it'll be up and ready for you for the month of December, but you may notice that there are patterns that pop up for you during this time of year or throughout your life. And I'm meaning this to be a timeless reading, so that way when it comes up, that's when it's supposed to resonate for you. It'll find you when you're meant for it, and you'll be ready for it when it finds you. Okay, what is the overall theme of this message for Capricorn for December? What is the overall message? The overall theme of this message for Capricorn. Oh, my hands are getting tired. What is the overall? Oh, King of Swords. A lovely card. Okay, so I'm going to try and bring these closer. And the bottom of the deck is advice going forward for the month. And we have the moon. So let's get into this. So for your mind, you have the Five of Swords. What I'm getting is there's a lot of mental conflict. That the mouse feels like it has a right to defend where it's at. The cat has a right to defend where it's at. And there's no winning. It's just constant chaos. What I'm feeling is that you want something calmer. The next card that would be in this suit of swords is the Six of Swords, which is about moving on to calmer shores. This is where you're currently at before you can get to that. So right now you have to figure out a way to get through this mental conflict in your, and it's perfect that it shows up in the mind because the swords are related to the mind. And so it's really great that the things that tie together are in those sort of positions in your reading. But that does mean that this is very clearly mental conflict. There's a lot of mental jousting going on, and you have to find a way to mellow that out before you can move on. You have to find a way to bring these two very different beings to a place that they can both agree on. Almost like a negotiation, but on the inside. This is for you personally. This is your mental conflict, and it's needing to be sorted out. For the body, you have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. This is teamwork making the dream work, so to speak. And it's really kind of funny because this even shows them really working their bodies to make these pentacles go in where they're supposed to go. And almost remind me of like cheerleaders, how they have their little pyramids and stuff. And this isn't something a cheerleader would do, but this is like this part, kind of, but not this part. You're not going to hold somebody up with your head. That's not how that works. But that being said, this is you wanting to work your body. And the fact that you have something like the Suit of Pentacles in the body position is a really grounded and down to earth sort of message for me. And that this is really relating to your pentacle world, which is like what's in the here and now, what is tangible, what you can touch, what you can feel, what you can see, what you can taste. This is you wanting to work on your body in a very realistic, down to earth way. And I love that, especially because not only is this earthly and about your body, your physical being, you're an earth sign, which anytime I get mostly pentacles for my own readings, because I'm a Taurus, I really love that because no matter what that card is, it feels like it's meant for me in this moment, in this body, where I'm at. So for the soul position, you have the Four of Pentacles. This is about holding on too tightly, about not letting those pentacles grow and become what they need to be. This is almost like a suffocation. And that sounds a little bit harsh and a little bit weird. I don't like that I said that, but we're going to go with it because that's what felt right. So if you aren't giving your plants and your pentacles, your seeds, everything it needs to grow, which includes space and freedom, they're not going to grow. So if there's something you are holding on to tightly with your soul, give it some space and give it some freedom. Let it breathe. You want to be able to let that pentacle grow too. That way, you can eventually reach that 10 of Pentacles and feeling abundant and having a legacy to leave behind. But right now, it's at the 4 of Pentacles, so you still have a way to go. And part of that lesson is going to be learning to let go, because what is meant for you is not going to pass you by. And if it does, that means it wasn't meant for you. So let it go. See if it's yours. The overall message you have is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about mental clarity, about ruling a kingdom with honest truth, and it's also about doing what's right for a kingdom, and not necessarily in a harsh way, but this isn't someone who's ruled by their emotions. This is someone who deals in logic and reasoning and evidence. This is someone who is always going to go with the mental work over the emotional work. He's earned his right to do that because he's the king of the swords. He's the king of that mental suit. He knows reasoning, he knows logic, and it may not be the most heartfelt, but he's going to do what's right, because that's also what the swords are about. Seem like it's very related to the Justice card for me. You have these swords, and they're going to cut through with truth and clarity, not with, a big, long, heartfelt message. So what I'm getting is, for your overall message for this reading, is that the overall theme is honesty and clarity and truth, and leading with what is right, with what is most logical for you. And the advice going forward for the month is the moon. The moon is about uncertainty. It's about not being able to see the whole path clearly, because when the sun is up, you can see everything. All of it is very clear. There's a big shiny light on it. With the moon, You're going to get sunlight, but it's not going to be quite as bright as when the sun is out. This is about following what's natural, following that path, howling at the moon if necessary, if that's what feels right. But knowing that it's going to feel uncertain, maybe a little bit scary, like stuff is hidden, that there's illusions maybe in front of you, rather than what feels right or what seems logical. But it's okay to have that fear as long as you push forward and move ahead anyway. Take the path one step at a time. And just know that the moon isn't forever. It is a major arcana, so it tells me that going forward, this month is going to be a big major lesson for you. This is going to be the advice. This major lesson is an advice for you. So know that the night doesn't last forever. The uncertainty doesn't last forever. Follow what feels natural. So I'm going to move these back so that way hopefully you can see them. And we're going to get a card from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck, which is also by Chris Ann. This deck, in case you haven't listened to any of my other readings, is going to have an essential meaning and a self-care message. The essential meaning is as if you get it in the upright, and the self-care message is as if you get it in the reverse. I read both because I feel that always has the whole picture for you in my readings. So what? Okay, you already have two going forward. So, almost lost one. I sent him. Oh no. Okay, well, he's kind of good now. So you have two cards. You have Shift the Way to New Potential, and The Edge of Evolution Feels Messy. So card number 29, Shift the Way to New Potential, and card number 40, The Edge of Evolution Feels Messy. I'm going to try and put it so that way you can see all of it. Oh, another card tried to pop out. So, card number 29, Shift the Way to New Potential. Essential meanings: Lightworker ignited, a shift in your consciousness, human evolution, the charisma of a powerful leader, the awareness of your thoughts, things coming into alignment with your highest purpose, your soul story, and uncovering your highest potential. Self-care message: a need for humility, determination, tolerance, and perseverance, showing patience and understanding, letting go of expectations, accepting new ways of thinking, having one foot in the old and one foot in the new, a need to turn away from naysayers. We are in a time of massive evolution. Old ways of thinking are being replaced by a new awareness, and luminous leaders with novel ways of being in the world are necessary at this time. You are being called to lead with your gifts, your skills, your voice, and your spirit, and to gracefully navigate these uncertain yet exciting times. Explore and express your calling and make the shift into living and breathing your purpose. If your soul feels restless, it is because the progress of this shift, your genesis, has been slower than necessary. Know that your shift will be a catalyst for those who witness your journey. When we see other souls standing in their power, in their luminosity, we are reminded of who we ourselves can be. Shift the way for us, Lightworker. Shift your focus from you to them, and notice what you can do for the greater good of those around you. Your best offering in the world relies on solving a problem for others, on loving others, on helping them shift. It's time for you to boldly step up, to help accelerate human consciousness, and to leave your positive mark on the world. Have you been feeling the call to change, yet holding back? What's keeping you from choosing a new path today? How can you best support others as they shift into the very best versions of themselves? What new potential lies ahead of you? I really like that because that feels like a lot of confirmation for the moon. Let's move on to the next card. Card number 40, The Edge of Evolution Feels Messy. Essential meanings: evolution of the soul, rapid change, growth and a plethora of new opportunities, surrendering to uncertainty. How perfect. Self-care message: a need to trust, not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, accepting new teachings and the wonderful unknown, giving yourself permission to fail in order to grow. The edge of change is a veritable cornucopia of opportunity. When you think of life as a giant, ever-expanding puzzle, you will see that growth begins at the edges and that most of the excitement happens just beyond the boundaries of what you can perceive, and it happens just beyond the edges of your comfort zone. As things shift and germinate around you, you may notice how uncertain it feels beyond the known. It's time to bring yourself to your personal growth edge to look into that abyss of creation. Poke your toe into the open space that lies beyond, and the right opportunity will, as if by magic, move into your awareness. This magical, changing expanse is surging with the building blocks of all creation. This is where source energy is working on your behalf, bringing you the opportunities you have asked for. Everything and anything is possible during this time of rapid transformation, and as you stand at the precipice of your beautiful evolution, know that this energy is organic and malleable. Begin directing the landscapes of your reality that are coming into form. Are you giving yourself permission to try new things and to quite possibly fail a few times in order to find out what works? Do you rejoice in the unknown and partake in the adventure of your own evolution? Why not? Or how? What areas of your life are you actively evolving? And what puzzle pieces are you calling in to work with? If you could choose, what would be the next big piece to arrive? I really like this. Both of those cards really spoke to that uncertainty message we talked about. I hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, as well as share it with someone else you may feel it will also resonate. Again, thank you so much for clicking here. I hope this month brings you health, wealth, happiness, clarity, passion, and alignment. With so much love, I'm Mama Belle, and I look forward to doing your next reading.